Peace and blessings. This is Olaide. I'm here with my brother Omari Banks.
Big up.
My man Andres Adams. We had Taxes, the deli that never closes. We just want to say peace and blessings.
Peace, love, one love. Big up.
Let the words you speak bring life, and the meditation of your heart be inclined to truth and justice. Let your foot never depart.
My name is Olaide Banks. I'm a dad, a husband, and an attorney. At age 40, I decided to pursue my passion of sharing my message of love and healing as a professional recording artist and a musician. I've had a chance to perform and record with some of the greats in reggae and gospel music. I've also experienced the challenges and disappointments of being an emerging artist. This is my music journey. So just recently, one of the things that I've been working on is preparing for the release of a new single that I have, and that new single is called Ancient Wisdom. The recording process for that started in the early summer, probably in late May and June. I was recording my vocals. I sent my vocals along with instrumentation down to Jamaica to my good friend Stephen Stanley to mix it, and also to get the background vocals, the accompanying vocals from Nicky Bird Bolt. One of my secret weapons, I would say, in music is that Nicky Bird Bolt typically does all of my background accompanying vocals, and she does an amazing job and really elevates the quality of what I'm able to put out. The process of releasing a single, at least for me, once I have the track recorded and once I have everything in place and I make a decision to release a single, it's going to take between 6 and 8 weeks to really schedule it out, because we need to be able to do promo, we need to get it ready to submit to the different streaming platforms, whether that be Apple Music, Spotify, and all these different things. And so we want to be able to pitch it to playlists before the release date. And so there's a process involved in that. Also, we need to get materials and what we call collateral together, like pictures, maybe promos, and then also start to schedule radio interviews with blogs and reviewers. And so that's a process that has to be done so that when the project is actually released, there will be some build up to that. The single, Ancient Wisdom, is going to be released on September 26th is when I think it's going to be released right now. We've got the artwork together, the cover for iTunes and Spotify and other platforms. We're working on a visualizer or a music video for it, and we're putting things in place. And so I have to communicate with Malika. She is my representative at 1 RPM who releases my music, and she also does some publicity and PR. And so we're working through that, and so we're working back 6 weeks out to get that done. While that's going on, my brother Omari was in town just this week, and so we had a great time to hang out. He has been on tour this summer here in the States. So he was in New York, he was in Baltimore, Virginia, Philadelphia. Connecticut, he went out to Silicon Valley in California and did some really good things there. So it was just good to spend some time with him. He came to Houston for 3 days. We hung out, spent some time with some people that we know, especially my good friend, DJ Supa Neil. We got together, Supa Neil, Omari, myself, and Stoot, Funkafangez Stoot. And we had a great time just catching up, telling some stories. And so it's always a good time when musicians and friends, anybody can just get together and tell some stories. So, and also I was able to introduce Omari to my music manager and one of my advisors in music, and he is Andres Adams. So we had a chance to hang out. We went to a place called Katz's Deli, and we just stayed there late into the night, telling stories, talking, just getting to know each other, talking about the state of the African diaspora, ideas, and what are the things that we think could work, what our role is in doing that work. So that was a great conversation, really inspiring for me, and kind of got me refocused on what I'm doing. And it really lines up with this release that I have coming up called Ancient Wisdom. In addition to really being serious about putting out good music, preparing for the release of this single, Ancient Wisdom, I also work as an attorney and a CFO. A CFO is the Chief Financial Officer of a company. I put a lot of time into that because I, like a lot of other musicians, we need to supplement what we earn in music, and we do that through working in other areas. Some people work different types of jobs. It just so happened that my training is as an accountant and an attorney, and so I have the opportunity to provide for my family and do that work and really help a lot of other people working in that area. So some of my work that I do as an attorney is also in the entertainment space. So I also represent other entertainers and artists in different genres, some reggae, some gospel, even some soca artists. One of the artists that I represent is actually my brother, Omari, and so I support him as a entertainment attorney and work with him in other areas as well. I'm spending some time really doing some live performances around the city of Houston, staying sharp on my skills, reaching out and doing things like that. I have some events coming up, and also I'm planning a big showcase with my band sometime in October. I'll be coordinating with Supa Neil, who's a DJ, to put together that live showcase with my band, playing some of my new music and some of the favorites. One thing about being an independent artist is it really helps when you can do a lot of things for yourself. So a lot of times I'm doing video shoots, recording things like this. I'm doing that myself, editing it myself, to be able to move things forward a little bit more quickly. And man, I tell you, I ran into a challenge this weekend because my main camera went out. It was my trusted camera. I actually inherited that camera. My wife is a hobbyist photographer, and this was one of her first cameras. And so when she upgraded a couple of times, I inherited her original camera. So that camera hit its last leg this weekend, right in the middle of shooting this video. And so I got all the way through, thought I had some good stuff, and then everything was blurry. So I started shooting it over again. I shot it on my phone. So shout out to my iPhone XS for getting these images. So that's just part of the process of being an artist and doing some of this stuff on your own. Is sometimes you feel like you have momentum, and then something pops up. But we got it figured out, and I'm getting this done. My name is Olaide Banks, and this is my artist journey.
Against you, in deceit you'll be abased, and for those who would mistreat you, hell would be a better place. I'll say it again now. They're the words you speak bring life, and the meditation of your heart. Be inclined to truth and justice. Let your foot never depart from the path of love and peace, and let righteousness prevail. Show love for the widow and the orphan, for you